I'm in primal. I will wait until I am needed.
Risa, how are we doing? Are you still traveling across the ether?
I am now safely in primal.
Wonderful. I sensed a surge in the ether. I knew
Right
it.
then. All right.
I knew
So, should I join
it.
now?
Yes, please.
Right. I'm gonna enter the not so secret. Well, I should say super secret password. There we go.
Okay, everybody, look alive. Here comes out a ready check. Like I said, if you need food, let me know. You can say no to the ready check if you need food or stuff like that, or need to repair gear. I can also repair it for you. Scared Akaba, are you good, or were you just hitting a training dummy? Because I think that was an immediate no.
Sorry, I'm in a fate. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, lovely. Then in we go. Whee! Okay, please enjoy the cutscene. Ooh, I see we have a nice handful of cutscene watchers. That's always fun.
The more people we get into chaotic, the better.
Mm-mm. Hell yeah, we pop in the quirk.
Like a boom.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you everybody for bearing with me while we had to, get started. For future reference, sometimes getting started can be the hardest part. But I appreciate your patience. Especially if this is your first time using the RaidBot calendar and using this kind of stuff. Thank you for taking the time to learn it. And yeah, let's go ahead and just do some housekeeping though. I want to see where everyone is as far as their prog points are. Okay, this isn't any prog, so fresh proggers are totally fine. Do not panic. So, stand on the 1, please. If you are a fresh progger, you are starting this fight for the very first time. Ooh.
Tiny. What are you doing there, Tiny?
Okay, great. So, we're going to have people standing on the 2. If you are, let's say, through phase 1 and you're at the beginning of phase 2. So, phase 2 towers, we'll say, yeah? Okay, another good handful. Ooh, a lot of people here at towers. Okay. We're going to stand on the 3 if, let's say, you're up to brambles. Brambles? Okay, known for brambles. Let's say stand on the 3 if you're up to Mario Kart.
AKA
Okay,
the
we got one
spinning.
person there. What if we say on the 4 if you're at like Enrage? Do we have any Enrage gamers here? No? Okay. Oh, there we go. I was like, we should have one at least. I know it. And then stand on the A if you're just here to help me out and you already got your clear. Lovely. Thank you, everyone, for coming to help as well. I appreciate it. So,
Sweet.
we have a lot of folks here who are, either fresh, so brand new to the fight, or are only through phase 1 and are just beginning phase 2. So we're going to have a lot of explanations here. Bear with me. Make sure, you wiggle around sometimes and don't get kicked for being AFK. That being said, let's quickly go over some other things that we need to discuss, like our light parties, okay? So, for these waymarks, this is how we're going to dictate who's going where. Everyone kind of sort yourselves out. A1 is for Alliance A, B2 for Alliance B, C3 for Alliance C, and ABC is Light Party 1, 1, 2, 3 is Light Party 2. So please sort yourselves out into those waymarks. There should be 4 people on each waymark, and at least 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS on each of those waymarks. Yes, I was going to say, we'll also have a Where the Fuck Do I Go? We'll talk about that more once we get into phase 2. But yes, that's a nice thing if you want, go ahead and want to pull that up. A is Light Party 1, correct. A, B, C is for Light Party 1. 1, 2, 3 is for Light Party 2. Okay, let's see. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, blessed. Looks like we got that sorted out. So keep remember which light parties everyone is, or you are specifically in. Okay. Okay, so phase 1. What's going on, right? So when we pull, what's going to happen is that the boss is going to do 2 of 3 different mechanics. She's either going to put her left hand down, her right hand down, or both her hands down. And if it's one hand, right? Let's say she puts down her left hand, it's going to be a donut AoE where the safe spot is underneath the hand that she puts down. So if it's left hand or left side, go into the left hand. If it's under the right side, go into the right side. If she puts both her hands down, that's an out. It's going to be a point blank AoE, a very big one. You need to be out and away from the boss, close-ish to the B way marker over here. And this will be around where you need to be standing to be completely safe from the AoE. If you get hit by the AoEs or the cleaves from the hands, you will get a very spicy dot. So be careful about that. I will say that for the out mechanic, where both hands are down, in order to keep uptime, any melee DPS or tanks, you can feel free to stay close to the boss and keep hitting the boss. But if you are going to choose to do that, you need to be using your own personal mitigations as well as your own self-heals. So second winds, bloodbath, your tanks, you need to be using a rolling cooldown for yourself as well. Trying to take it easier on the healers because, we have to keep everyone alive, but also we have a lot of fresh proggers. So let's not torture our new healers as well. Try to take it easy on them too. I don't think we have any black mages, so we're good on that end. Pictomancer, I know the struggle. If you want to stay in your puddle out here, you're more than welcome to, but I would also warn your healers if you're going to choose to take the hand cleaves. Just give them an FYI so they are actually watching your health bar. Let's see. After we do 2 of those 3 mechanics, we're going to transition into the next arena. It's still considered phase 1, but it is a transition. So what's going to happen is that the boss is going to cast a bleed wide. So it's a raid wide with a bleed attached to it. It's going to do a lot of damage. So we'll want to get those feints, addles, reprisals onto the boss. We're going to get those mitigations down and some regens. So the bleed wide hits. We're going to enter the next arena, which is like this nice tan diamond shaped arena. The next mechanic we're going to see is that the boss is going to telegraph some hand mechanics. So she's going to tether to half of the total alliance raid, and then tether to the other half afterwards. What these tethers indicate is how you're going to be dodging the hand mechanic, which will happen repeatedly throughout the phase 1. If you're tethered when the boss is, shoving her hand forward and showing us her palm, that means you're going to dodge your hand forward. If she's showing us the backhand and you're tethered, that means you're going to be dodging your hand backwards, okay? What this means later is that after those tethers are done, everyone will have a debuff on their on yourself. This debuff will count down, and when it gets close to popping, so around like 6 seconds or so, or like 5 seconds or so, you will have this like clock-shaped marker above your head, and it'll have dots in it. So 5 dots, 4 dots, 3 dots, 2 dots, 1 dot. It's counting down. When it gets to the 1 dot, you will have first a slow inflicted upon you, so your movement speed is slowed down, and 2, the actual hand mechanic is going to activate. So what's going to happen is that a giant hand, is going to cleave an area either in front of you or behind you. And depending on whether you were tethered when I say that it's front hand or backhand, you need to dodge that accordingly. So let me summon my carbuncle here. In case you're wondering, I'm the blue chicken over here who's talking. So if I am a forward dodger, so I was tethered when I said that I'm dodging my hand forward, what I'm going to do is face the boss, and then once the clock ticks down to 1, there's 1 dot in it, I'm just going to start walking forward with my character. And that's it, because where my carbuncle is behind me, that's what's going to be cleaved. If I'm a backwards hand dodger, so I was tethered when I said that it was backwards, what I'm going to do is face away from the boss, okay, towards the outer edge of the arena. Where my carbuncle is, again, is where the hand is going to be cleaving. So, and it's going to be towards me. So once that clock ticks down to 1, I need to walk backwards. Okay? This can differ between standard or legacy movement for your camera controls, or if you're using controller. Personally, I have legacy controls, so I can freely move my character, as much as I want in whatever direction at full speed. If you're using standard, you're going to have that like slow waddle backwards. I think it's similar for controllers, depending. But the movement is still going to be the same, even if the speed is different. You just have to walk backwards for your hand. So you're facing the edge and you're walking towards the boss. Okay? Any questions about the hand mechanic? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we'll keep talking. We'll keep talking about some other stuff. Yes, you can actually use a gap closer. So that is something you can do. You can use a gap closer. You can use a dash. You can use that to avoid getting cleaved by your hand. But I will say this, very important. All these hands, when they are, when you have your clock above your head, you need to start thinking about getting out to the edge of the arena, because once the clock ticks down to about 1, or like about between 1 or 2, but about the 1 dot, it's locked in place. So wherever you're facing, that hand is going to cleave, even if you turn your character again. So that's why all these hands mechanics need to be resolved at the edges of the arena, not in the middle and not close to someone. You don't want to be like, directly next to someone and resolving it. You want to put a little bit of space between you and another person, but also at the edge of the arena so that we don't hit other people. If you hit someone with your hand AoE, that will give them, 1, smack them with a lot of damage. 2, it'll give them a doom. And if you aren't familiar with the doom's debuff, once it ticks down to 0, that person's dead. From full health or whatever health they have, they're dead. So we want to take it easy, give some space, bring it out to the edge, okay? On the topic of dooms, though, healers, if you see that someone in your party has a doom,
looked at my
you can
energy
cleanse
bill
it.
and it's like
So if you don't have
high,
Esthena on your
and I'm trying
hotbar,
to figure out what's
put it on your
contributing to
hotbar
that.
right now. Other things to note is
I
that
hope
You
hope
should talk
my
with your
PC is not
co-healer
being a main
about
source of
the
this.
res and Esuna priority. So
I would like to
typically,
think that it's probably a lot to do with
healer
like the
1 will
gas
go
and
from the
like
top
just
to the bottom of the list, and healer 2 will
air
go from the
conditioning.
bottom to the top of the list. But if you have another preference, just talk it out, okay?
Because 700.
Not anything else.
Bards can also help
for
cleanse
energy?
that. But cleanse the dooms.
I don't know. Would you think $700
I
is
don't think we
kind of
have
high
any
for
bards,
like
but that's a handy thing to
just
do if
me,
you do
just
have a
regular
bard.
PC usage?
It's no way it's
Um,
just you. No, it's not just you.
So,
There's
going on
definitely no
from
way.
there, what else are we seeing in
Computer should
phase
not be
1?
that much.
We're going
Also,
to have
we're
some
I'm streaming it on
branching
Twitch if
paths
you want
of
to
different
tune
orders
in,
and
but they're
mechanics that we
explaining
can
the
see.
mechanics right now.
But I'll
So
try
Ben
to talk
answering,
about
it's
some
what
of the
comes
ones we'll
and
see
the
early on, and then we'll do a
read
poll.
lead explain.
Okay? So, early on, we're going to see
is-
probably either...
Yeah.
You're
oh,
recording
actually,
right now?
after the tethers
On Twitch, I'm
directly,
streaming.
we're going to get our first
are you
other
recording?
mechanic, which is going to be fans.
Yeah.
So around the
Oh, I'm
edge of the
Twitch.
arena
So
will be a bunch of fans, and they'll each be taking up one lane around the edge, and they will fire a laser
Can they hear me?
through the entirety
No.
of the lane that, or
Oh, okay.
directly in front of them,
Oh,
through
yes.
the entirety of the lane that they're facing.
Yes?
yes, wait.
The
Yes?
way that
Yes,
we're
I
going to
think so.
dodge those fans is that we're going to look at which
In the
fans are
stream
lighting
notes.
up as they're about to
Okay.
fire a laser, and we're going to stand in an intersection of 2 safe lanes directly
Oh,
next
this
to each
later part's showing
because
up a little.
basically all you have to do to resolve the mechanic is dodge into a lane that just got blasted by a laser right after it's done. So it happens 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then that's it. Soon after that, we'll either have flares, which is the flare markers. It looks like some angled brackets above your head. Those flare markers will need to go out to the edge or the corners of the arena to the A, B, and C waymarks, which corresponds to the A, B, and C alliance. And everyone else will go under the boss's chin. If it's an arrow mechanic, there will be a knockback starting from the center of the arena. There will be a large blue AoE in the middle between the 1, 2, and 3. Do not stand in it. If you stand on it, you will die immediately when it pops. You want to do, in order to resolve this mechanic, is stand on the 1, 2, or 3 way mark on the tippy tips of the diamond pattern that'll show on the arena. Then you'll just ride the knockback, and you'll be safe.
Audio?
Easy.
Hello? So, can someone talk real quick?
If it's a
Hi.
death mechanic, you're
Perfect,
going to
okay.
basically be doing the opposite. So rather than standing on the 1, 2s, and 3s, you're going to be standing on the A, B, or C waymark in the corners of the arena. Because what's going to happen is when death occurs, it's going to be a pull in
this is the
towards
pull
the
in.
middle of the arena.
Okay.
In the middle of the 1, 2, and 3, there will be a large orange puddle. So you want to be pulled towards it, but not inside of it. Because once that AoE pops with some black sludge stuff from the ground, that is when you want to dodge inside to safely resolve the mechanic. If you get hit by the black sludge, you will get doomed. And you will have a countdown to your death that the healers need to quickly try to resolve. And you'll also get a damage down. So, again, try to take it easy on the healers, safety game it, and resolve the mechanic as intended. Okay? If you are a #pro gamer, technically you can use gap closers, dashes, and whatnot to cancel the knockback or pull effects of these mechanics. But again, if we're fresh progging this, it's better to be safe about it and leave that to when you're fully comfortable with the mechanics and the order of the mechanics. Okay? That being said, any questions before we do our first pull? I just want to see how far we get, and yeah, we can explain more mechanics in depth later.
Oh, you're currently muted?
I'm muted in that Discord, and I guess possibly in... I actually don't know if I'm muted in my
Raise,
call.
are you here? Ready?
In my stream.
Raise.
Here,
Okay.
I will.
Lovely. So,
Okay.
do we have
No,
any
okay, no, I heard
dancers?
myself.
Yes, we have 3 dancers. Oh my gosh, okay, all the dancers.
I heard myself on
So
stream.
we're going to put 16 seconds
Okay.
on the clock for the countdown, and here we go. Please make sure you have popped your raid food, so please use your food now if you haven't already. Give yourself a nice vitality boost.
I said I can.
Yeah, I see. Dang.
Secret identity cam.
Okay, gang, here we go. What are we gonna do today? Ooh, we're going out. Okay, everyone, get out and away. Melees, tanks, feel free to greet this if you like. Okay. We're going to slide underneath that right side, right hand. Right. Beautiful. And now we're going to slide back on out. There's going to be a big old bleed wide. So let's make sure we get our mitigations down. Get those regens revving. Brace for impact. Ooh, we have a DC. Okay. Tree, come back. Spread out a little bit so we can see your tethers. Spread out a little bit. If you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging backwards to resolve your hand mechanic. Backwards. And if you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging forwards for your hand. Forwards. Look behind you. There's those spans. We're going to go ahead. We're going to dodge the lasers after they go out. Tanks, please provoke off of your CoDcAR if your CoDcAR isn't here. Sorry, we'll try to keep you alive. When it's safe, get to the 1, 2, or 3-way mark. Get to the tips of the diamond. Don't be in the middle. Don't do it. That's all right. Let's try to raise the dead. Take those hands all the way out to the edges, please. Yes, beautiful. Thank you. We love it when we resolve our hands at the edges. This is going to be wild charges. Get with your alliance, 1, 2s, and 3s, ABC, tanks in the front, everyone else conga line behind them.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
we forgot
boy.
to explain that one.
No worries. I mean, that's okay. I wasn't sure how far we were
Oopsie.
going to get with this poll, so that's okay. That's a good thing we can start off on talking about. But nice job, y'all. Very good.
I did
was
set
happy
up
to
Canary,
see
yeah.
that a lot of those hands made it to the edge. That's quite excellent.
Very wonderful indeed.
Oh, really?
Okay, so while we're waiting... Oh, Tiny Tree, you're
okay.
back. Oh my god. Whoo, bless. So, what did we see there, right? So we started with the tethers. We got our forwards, backwards hand tethers mechanic. We had the fan. Okay? We saw
Oh my
those,
god.
We were looking
That's
for
insane.
those blasting lasers, and we stood in the safe lanes, an intersection of 2 safe lanes, and then we just dodged into the lasers after they went out. 1, 2, 3, 4. But as we got close to that like 3rd and 4th laser, right, we saw our first mechanic. We thought that we were going to have a knockback, so we stood on the 1s, 2s, and 3s to get knocked back to the out towards the outer edge. We had to be careful, right, not to stand in the middle. If you stand in the middle, instantly dead. So 1, 2s, and 3s, tips of the diamonds. Let's see. Later, we had some more hands, right? We were taking those out to the edges. We were dodging those hands. And then we also had, let's see. Right, we had our wild charges. So this is another mechanic that can happen in this fight, which is wild charges. If you aren't familiar with that term, as far as your rating experience goes, what this means is that for wild charges, this is a mechanic where whoever's in the front takes more damage, and it's like this giant AoE, and then everyone in the back takes less, successively less. So what we want to happen for wild charges is that there's going to be 3 people in the alliance that are going to be targeted by the wild charge, and it's going to repeat multiple times in a row. So each of the alliances needs to stand in a nice conga line behind their tanks. If you look at where my carbuncle is, A will kind of stand behind 1. Alliance B will go behind 2, and Alliance C will go behind 3. Like I said, the tanks
look at the carbuncle go. They're teaching with the carbuncle. That's so
and then
that's so
everyone
great.
else will stand in a nice conga line behind them. Tanks, this mechanic hurts a lot, so you need to use your heavy mitigations here. Like your 30%, 40% mitigations, it hurts a hell of a lot. Make sure you survive through this, because if you die, you know, people behind you are going to be taking the damage instead of you. Healers, you need to heal and mit this. Like I said, this hurts, and it's repeated strikes again and again and again and again, and everyone needs to live through this. How are we going to do this? White mages, Lilybell, fantastic. It can heal you through this mechanic. Sages, if you use your Philosophia and then combine that with your Eucrasian prognoses to just party-wide shield spam, perfect. That also works great. Scholars, Seraphism, and AoE shields, really great. Astrologian, we have what was it called?
Really, what?
Macrocosmos.
Macrocosmos is
Yeah.
great too. Basically you're just wanting to keep your party alive, heal and mid through it. And if the tanks are doing their job,
One person
healers are doing
didn't
their job,
know what raid food was.
totally
That was
fine.
like, oh, okay, this is very much new
And,
raid for some
also
people.
DPS, if you can toss in whatever
It's fine.
things you have too. So
I know
if you have
it's
shields, use those. If you have party-wide shields, use those. For various mechanics and raid-wide stuff, generally, if we're having feints, addles, or reprisals and stuff like that, it'll make things a lot easier to handle. Okay. Let's see. Anything? Oh yes, Sage Panheima is also a great thing to use here too. Great thing to bring up. Let me see. Were there any other
Everyone
mechanics we saw
disrespects
that I
dancer
wanted to
improv.
discuss?
Sorry, flash improv.
I think
It's really
that'll
not that
do
much,
for
to be
now.
honest.
Let me go ahead and put out another ready check. Say no if you have
How did not
questions.
one person mention it?
Otherwise, I'll do another poll.
Forget how much the shield mitigation, that first initial shield is. It's not very much though, if I remember correctly. I don't remember where I can find the number for it either. It's one shield and then regen. A very small regen. Like
16
probably
seconds
less
on the
than,
clock.
than a
Yeah.
potion.
But fabulous pull, everyone. My goodness, team was so meowy.
I was too far. Oopsies. Fine, it's fine.
Okay, we're gonna dodge underneath the left side, left hand. This is the place to be. We're grooving here.
Oh, that's
Just kidding.
very
I
close
hate
in.
this place.
Okay.
Get on out of here. Because we're gonna go underneath that right side. Right. This is the bee's knees, y'all. Just kidding. We're gonna slide on out again. Because what's happening? A big old bleed wide. Slap down those mitigations, get those regens revving, and brace for impact. Beautiful.
Very nice reprisal.
Let's go ahead and spread out a bit so we can see our tethers. If you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging forward to dodge your hand. Forwards. And if you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging backwards to dodge your hands. Backwards. Look behind you. There's a whole bunch of fans. We're going to dodge those lasers, and we're going to have our tanks provoke off of our code tank. Remind me to bring up that mechanic. That's the other thing. I was like, shoot, I'm missing something. Okay. 1s, 2s, and 3s. Arrow knockback gets us to the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Don't be in the middle. Tippy tips of the diamonds, please and thank you. Let's go ahead and res the dead. Take these hands all the way out to the edges.
Oh, Jonah, help me!
Okay, this is going to be our wild charge. Get to your alliance stacks. Tanks in the front. Everyone else, conga line behind them.
Ah! Oh.
Okay,
I forgot.
very
I can.
nice,
Doesn't matter
y'all.
what
So we
direction I
have another
stand.
set of
I can
hands
just.
here,
Once it goes off, I gotta just.
and then we have some more fans. Let's
That
go ahead
close.
and wipe this.
Call Enavon. Forget. Just do it. I gotta do it like immediately though. I think once the timer goes off.
Are you moving to the
Okay,
edge, or
so,
are you just
my
doing
bad.
it?
I forgot to bring.
You
this
want to
up.
move to the edge so you
So
don't
I
drop
have
it on
a
like
vertical, and I remember
people.
it's like-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're doing it now. So
Or like
tanks.
yeah, and
Going
then
into this fight,
uh,
every tank needs to
to do
have
it
their
correctly,
tank
you
stance
just move back or
on.
forward.
Every tank. Because what's going to
depending on
happen
what,
is that
you know,
after the transition,
full hand or
and we get
push
to the
hand.
diamond
Like
arena,
in the stream,
the
you can
boss
see
is
the
going to
rock
start sending out autos.
telling you what to do.
And it's going to be onto the person
But
in
anyone
each,
with a gap closer, which is most characters,
alliance
just gap
that has the
close.
highest
It's quick
aggro.
enough to like beat
Um,
the
So
mechanic.
Yeah.
when we're
I'm
looking
familiar
at
with this.
this, the
Yeah.
tanks,
Oh, okay, you've done.
as they're
yeah.
taking
I just
each
don't know the
auto,
timing.
they're going to be getting a stacking debuff. And it's going to give you a stacking debuff of lightning resistance
Oh.
down. So
Nice.
that means as you
I'm
get
a little
more and more
past Brambles,
stacks
but yeah,
of
I
this
was there when you
debuff,
were with
you're going to be taking more and more
Brambles.
damage. So that means you need to be watching your cooldowns, keep those cooldowns rolling for your
I
mitigations.
think my prog.
Keep yourself healthy.
I'll have to
you know,
reprog. It was basically around. It was
you
like
can rely on your
swap.
healers, but also try to take it easy on your healers. For tanks, you also need
It's
to
like-
be
that's
keeping
like not too
watch
far
of
after-
your
after
co tank.
Brambles, though.
Once that your co tank reaches about 4 to 6 stacks, you need to provoke the boss so that you then have top aggro. If you let your tank get to 6+ stacks, each auto is going to be like chunking their health, which
Honk.
is probably going to make your healers panic because of how much damage they're taking. Technically, they can survive with a lot higher number of stacks, but 6 stacks is about where I would say you need to really
Person's also
provoke.
very good at like
Okay, I'll try to call it out
I don't know,
the
leading
best I
this
can to
from
remind
how
people.
it feels.
But if you're watching your code tank, feel free to
Just
use
from the
your
first,
best
like,
guess
30
to
minutes or
be,
however
say like,
long we've
oh,
been
okay,
in.
they definitely need me to take it off of them right now. Yeah, so please make sure you have your tank stances on and that you're watching your code tank to see who has how many stacks and you can provoke the boss. That also works too. You can also shark to your code tank. A nice little surprise. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull again. Ready, check. Beautiful. 16 seconds on the clock. Counting down now.
Why did I use a normal pot, a current pot? Fuck.
Okay. What are we gonna do today? We're gonna dodge underneath that right side, right hand. Right. Slide on out. Ooh, full uptime. We're gonna dodge underneath that left side, left hand. Okay. We're going to have our bleed wide here, so go ahead, get those mitigations down, those regens revving. Brace for impact. Beautiful. And now let's spread out a little bit so we can see our tethers. If you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging forwards to dodge your hand. Forwards. And if you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging backwards to dodge your hand. Backwards. Look behind you. We got those fans. We're going to dodge the lasers, and we're going to provoke off of our code tanks. Now's a great time to do that.
Flares are going out.
Okay. We have flares. Take these flare markers out to the corners. Out to the corners, A, B, C. Everyone else under the boss's chin. Okay, we're gonna slide into our light party stacks. Light party 1's closer to the front, light party 2 is closer to the back. Okay, this is an out. Everyone out towards the corners. Out. This is a huge point blank AoE. Out towards the corners. Okay.
Lion
We got our
C's
first
not
round of
doing too
hands.
hot.
Let's take these out to the edges. edges. Okay. Cleanse any dooms if we got them.
Yeah, let's fucking own. Oh. Nice. It's fine. Again. Strong.
Okay, this is gonna be a break. Look towards the eastern sky, towards the east, towards C. Say hi to Glinda.
Oh.
Okay. Let's keep on trying to help res the dead. Ooh, arrow
Wait.
knock. Oh, sorry. The
Okay.
right side. Use your knockback prevention here. Knockback prevention. Don't be in the middle.
Holy.
We got more fans. We're gonna dodge those. We're gonna provoke off of our co-tank if we haven't already. Keep those stacks nice and tidy. This is going to be an arrow knockback. Stand on the 1s, 2s, and 3s to be tips of the diamonds.
That's phase one.
See.
Okay. So this is going to be a big old raid wide leading into phase 2. This is the transition to phase 2. Lovely.
Phase 2.
So what's going to happen next is that there's going to be a bleed wide, just like the original transition.
Oh, you know
We didn't talk about phase 2 spots, so just pick a place you want to be. Explore around. Did you make it to a tile? Are you on platforms? Ooh, what's happening? Tanks, maybe you want to provoke a target. That'd be fun.
Ads, right? We get the ads.
We'd have another big raid wide here.
We're on the right spot. Yeah, we're east. Or we're west. We're west.
Beautiful.
Pretty
Okay, let's go
right?
ahead and wipe this. Everybody wipe it, please.
Oh. Oh shit! What sides were they? Whatever, it doesn't matter. You die. That was kind of cool.
Okay, welcome to phase 2.
Welcome to phase 2. So, we're going to go ahead and just make sure we're cleaning up phase 1. I figured it might be nice to let everyone see what phase 2 looks like. But we're squarely still in phase 1. So let's go ahead and keep practicing this so we're good on the mechanics, okay?
Yeah, I'll do it. Phase 1. before we even
Did
begin.
anyone have any questions? Yes, there is a setting to remove people's, or at least to shorten them and trim them. It's under character config, UI settings.
On our platform, you mean?
Character config, username, display name settings.
There's display name settings. You can set the
Display names. There we
names.
go. Yes. And then you can
Yep.
then you can trim them how you like.
You can make it small or just make it shorten or whatever you prefer.
Let's see. So things I saw that we just want to make sure we're watching out for. My bad on that second hand mechanic. So there'll be times where she's going to lower her hand and we're going to dodge it the same way we did in these first few mechanics where we dodge underneath the hand that is lowered. The first time this happens, you solve it by just standing there and you're fine. And
Let
the
me check
first
if
round
I'm.
of hands
I
will
don't think
happen.
I'm one of those.
The
psychos, but you
second
don't-
time this
you never know.
happens in phase 1, when we're in the diamond-shaped arena, it's going to be
Hold on.
combined with either an arrow or a death mechanic.
Okay.
So when that second time
Own,
happens,
show
I'll try to
all,
call it
party
out.
show limited.
You're going to
others
want
show
to
limited,
dodge
PvP
underneath the
all.
safe
Okay,
hand,
yeah, we're fine.
and then about halfway through the cast bar or beyond, you're going to want to use your knockback prevention. So that means your short cast for our casters, or your arm's length for any of our melees and everything. Or I guess DPS. Range, physical range. Anyways, you know what you're using. Use your knockback prevention there. And basically that'll let you ignore, the difficulty of the mechanic because, you're dodging under the safe hand, you're ignoring the push or the pull. So if it's arrow and a knockback, that's it. You're done. If it's a death though, if the death comes right after the safe hand dodge, then you need to be ready to walk
Just
into
as
the AoE in
the-
the middle of the arena.
The timer
Not
goes down to
immediately, but after
from
the
1
pop.
to 0, or I mean, I guess that sounds about right. Right.
Let's see. Were there
I think
other
so.
things I think
For the
we
hand?
needed to watch?
I'm just trying to get the
out
timing
for?
down for us, so I don't have to think about it as much.
Don't stand in the middle if there's an arrow, but also generally don't stand in the middle if there's a death. Either one. Just
Okay,
don't stand in the middle.
gotcha.
Not a good thing to start out with. Yeah. For alliance party stacks, make sure you get to your alliance party, or alliance party with plenty of time to spare. Book it. If you have people who are commingling, let's say like someone in B is standing in A, there's a chance that they could be targeted by wild charge, and so that party is going to take 2 wild charges and instantly everyone's dead. So make sure you are booking it to your proper alliance, okay? Other than that, any questions? Like I said, we're just going to go ahead and try to clean up this phase 1 before we start talking about phase 2.
There is something that I would like to point out first. On right after flares, there will be light party stacks. So watch out! Do not stack light parties because
Yes.
I saw that
okay.
earlier, and the entire alliance was dead.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Exploded.
actually, let me just
That
do
is
this real quick.
probably
So,
understatement to what happened.
yes, if it's an early flare, so when we had these light party stacks, this is kind of how we want to organize ourselves, but closer to the boss. So like Light Party 1, you'll be in a row that's closer to the boss. Light Party 2 will be in a row that's further away to the boss. When you're looking above your head, healers, each of the healers will have the
okay.
actual
Right?
stack marker above them. You'll also see a faint circle
Even though
around
the
you.
doc tells me
Try not to overlap those with the other
I'm supposed to be
light
in
parties,
2, but whatever, it's
because
fine.
if someone's caught in between both
Doesn't
of
really
them,
matter.
that's a huge amount of damage, and
Yeah,
they're probably
well,
just going to instantly die.
the CoDcAR
So,
doc says
uh,
range.
Make sure you
phys
leave
should
enough
be,
space. Like Light Party
boot-
2, you don't have to
boot
go
2.
all the way to the far edge of the arena by any means.
Yeah, it's fine
but,
though.
Like,
I mean, whatever.
just be careful, okay?
It's not really like too big of a difference because ranged
I think everyone said they were ready, so we'll go ahead and
Party
do
1 and Party
our
2 don't really
pull.
change their
Let's put those
positions too
markers
much.
Back up.
throughout the
16
fight.
seconds on the clock.
Yeah,
And
for
let's
like
count
the spread and the This is at least for
Ooh.
that part. Yeah.
Okay, we're dodging under the left side, left hand, lefty, lefty, lefty. We're sliding on out.
Duels.
Ooh, it's an out mechanic, so go ahead, get out towards B. Melees and tanks, feel free to greet this. Just thank your healers later. Okay, and now we're going to get into the bleed wide, so make sure we have those mitigations down. We got our regens revving. Hands in the air like you don't care. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and split up a bit so we can see our tethers. I said words there. Split up a bit. Yeah. Okay. If you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging forward to dodge your hand. Forwards. And if you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging backwards to dodge your hand backwards. Look behind you. There's a whole bunch of fans. We're going to dodge those AoEs, or dodge those lasers, and we're going to provoke off of our co-tank. Okay, flares. When it's safe, take the flare markers out to the corners, Everyone else under the boss's chin. We're gonna slide into our light party stacks right now.
I feel like.
Okay, get underneath that right side, right hand.
Oh, I should be up there, I guess.
And we're gonna have a first round of hands. Take these out to the edges of the arena, all the way to the edge. Another round of hands that we're going to bait at the edge of the arena. Okay, this is going to be a break mechanic. Look towards the western sky. Say hi to my homegirl, Alphaba. Okay.
Yeah, didn't get on this time.
We're going to keep on moving on. Get underneath that right side, right hand. Use your knockback prevention. Knockback prevention here. Don't be in the middle. Don't do it. Okay, now dodge inside. Cleanse any dooms.
Ah! I got owned.
We're dodging some more lasers from the fans, and we're going to be provoking off of our co-tank.
No! It's okay. It's okay. That was a lot quicker than I thought.
Okay. This is going to be, let's see what was stored. Death. Let's go ahead and get out to the corners. ABC. Death at the ABC corners. Wait for it. Now dodge in. Cleanse any dooms.
Okay.
Okay, this is our raid wide into phase 2, and let's go ahead and wipe this. Go ahead and wipe it, please. Okay. Looked like we were having some more people getting to the end of phase 1, but we still had, still had some casualties. Is there anything in particular that's tripping people up that we need to go over? Feel free to say it in VC or type it out in chat. Either way. The part we get sucked to the center. Okay, yes. So if it's a death mechanic, what you need to do always is just book it to ABC. Doesn't matter which one, whichever one's closer is probably going to be the best bet. And you need to be far enough out, right? So if you aren't, you don't necessarily have to make it all the way to the far corners, but if you need to get close to A, B, and C, because the distance that you get pulled is fixed. And if you are not far enough out, you're going to be sucked into the middle and get the doom. So, yes. Do you mind if I use a marker real fast to show where it's on the edge of her hitbox for melees? Sure, you can go ahead and do that if you like.
Those are the safe ones.
Yes. So basically, it's at the edge, at max melee range. Granted, if you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to. You can disconnect from the boss. This is prog. This is fresh prog for a lot of people. It is okay to safety game it and just disconnect from the boss entirely. If anything, if you are, getting lost on these mechanics and you're feeling really overwhelmed, just stop pressing your DPS rotation. It is okay. There is no DPS check right now because we are just trying to learn and understand these mechanics and get these mechanics solid, okay? So please feel free to stop pressing your DPS buttons if that's, overwhelming for you right now. I think we also need to separate the light party stacks from flare. So the flare mechanic, where is the setting to reduce
Should
party
I
effects?
be for light party
That's under
stacks?
your
Should I be up
character?
against
No.
the boss's
System?
face? I'm up there since I'm group 1
Ooh.
for this, right? I'm the one very
No,
up,
it's
okay,
under
okay.
character configuration, under the control settings. Then you go down to the character tab at the top right, and then scroll down to battle effect settings, and you can limit it as you need to. So for the flare mechanic, if it's early on, we're going to see a flare mechanic. So that's where we have the 3 people with the markers above their head. Those need to go to the A, B, and C's. If you are, let me talk about this. If you are not confident that you're going to make it out to your assigned waymark, right? Let's say that I'm, I was late and I think I'm only going to make it halfway to A or something. The best thing that you can do is just jump off the arena. If you jump off the arena and die with your flare marker, no one else takes damage from it. And that's the best case scenario if that's, if you're in that situation. If you, don't make it to your assigned waymark and you're still alive, if you're too close to the people underneath the boss's chin, you're going to blow them all up with a huge amount of damage because you're too close to them. Let's say that 2 people end up in the same place. There's 2 people on B. That's okay, technically. If there's 2 people on B and everyone else is where they need to be, those 2 people will die, right? They're going to blow each other up.
That is go in
but they'll
after
both
the
die,
mechanic.
but we can res them.
Arrow is go in and get blasted
If
out.
one of you jumps off,
Flares is
then
just
the other
flares.
person lives, so that's another possibility.
Hey,
But
what's a flare
if
one called?
one person stays and the other person
just,
decides to, okay, let me just run to the one that's missing a
Oh,
person,
Caspar?
and they
Okay,
only
okay.
halfway make it there again. Like I said, the whole
Oh, no
alliance
Caspar,
rate could
son.
possibly die
Okay.
with that. So
Yeah,
use
okay.
your best judgment. But if you need to and you're not sure, just jump off the edge. It's okay.
What would be pretty funny is if they both jumped off together.
Mm-hmm.
we
Valiant
did
sacrifices.
we
have
did
had
have
that
3
happen
people
before.
jumped.
Mm-hmm. Valiant sacrifices. Any questions about anything else we're seeing? I'll do a ready check here. Feel free to say no if you have questions. Otherwise, we'll keep pulling. Like I said, I just want to get us solid on phase 1. We'll talk about phase 2 later if we get there, but I want to make sure everyone here is on the same page and that we're good with phase 1. Another thing I guess I will note is that while we're doing the fans mechanic with the fans shooting out the lasers across the arenas, when I'm calling out for the next mechanic, I don't mean for you to resolve it immediately. That is as you are getting to your safe spots for the lasers, then resolve the next mechanic. Okay? So like around like the third and fourth laser is when another mechanic can be called out because we're seeing the cast bar, but don't resolve it yet. Because if you just walk into the lasers, you're gonna get hit with a huge amount of damage, right? So just make sure, take a deep breath and take calm and resolve the mechanics in order and whatever is, happening in the present. Okay,
First, like-
Tiny Tree, you ready?
Raid related thing, like stepping into it. I feel like this is rough already. This is pretty.
Then let's go ahead and
I
get
don't know.
another pull in here.
I don't know where to
16
put this
seconds on
at.
the clock,
Like
counting
above
down now.
EX, around EX level pacing, just a little bit above EX. Cool. Two other party. So all right, I guess yeah, that's about how to put it. EX, but just fucking way more people around. Bro, I need to be way closer. No. Just everyone else has to
Okay,
live.
this is an out. Let's go ahead, get on close to the B-way mark. Melees and tanks, feel free to greet it. Just thank your healers
Oh,
later.
it can be okay. That far.
Okay, we're gonna dodge underneath that right side. Right. That's the safe spot. Okay. We're gonna prep for this bleed wide. Go ahead, mitigation's down, regen's revving. Brace for impact. And now we're gonna spread out a bit so we can see our tethers. If you're tethered now, you're gonna be dodging forwards to dodge your hand. Forwards. And if you're tethered now, you're gonna be dodging backwards to resolve your hand. Backwards. Look behind you, we got all those fans. We're gonna dodge the lasers, and we're gonna provoke off of our CoDcAR.
Oh my god.
Okay, flares. When it's safe, take the flare markers out to the corners. Everyone else under the boss's chin. Jump off the edge if you need to. Light party stacks. Go ahead, get with your light parties.
Up here.
Back a bit.
Beautiful. Get underneath that left side, left hand. First round of hands.
Bros.
Take those all the way out to the edge. All the way out to the edge, please.
Arrow.
Okay, another round of hands. Let's try to get rid of those dooms if we have them. More hands to the edge. Please and thank you. Okay, it's my break. Look towards
Break
the eastern
away.
sky. Say hi to Glinda again. Hey, girl. Okay, we're gonna dodge underneath that left side, left hand. Use your knockback prevention here. Knockback prevention. Don't be in the middle. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ooh, I think we had some people do it. That's okay. Let's go ahead and try to get those dead bodies up, please. We're gonna dodge more laser fans, and we're going to keep provoking off of our CoDcAR. Thank you. Hands to the edges, hands to the edges. Oh lord. Ooh, we got some PvP. Knockback arrow. Go ahead, go stand on the 1, 2s, and 3s. Tippy tips of the diamonds. 1, 2s, and 3s. Ooh, we had some people flying. We're going to... well, we didn't talk about it. Still. Okay. Let's go ahead and wipe it. Nice job, everyone.
The charges? You can just... Oh, so you might not see it.
Please call a letter location for that. I'm terrible with directions. Fair enough. I'll try to do that.
Whee! The way down.
For the break, Lo siento. What's the name of the attack where we stack in a line with the tanks in the front? That's going to be our rapid sequence particle beam.
What a name.
Right. I was going to say, actually, I was going to switch up the markers and start talking about phase 2, But if we're still not comfortable with that yet, I can leave these up for now. But I am going to start talking about phase 2, which is going to have a whole different set of markers. Because we're getting there much more cleanly. So like I said, let's go ahead and discuss phase 2 real quick. Well, I say real quick, phase 2 is a doozy. Welcome to like the meat and potatoes of the fight, phase 2. So, what do you have in front of you? This is a simulation of the arena that we saw before for phase 2. The 1, 2, and 3, and 4, these are representing the different corners of the tiles gang. So there's like the whole square arena in the middle, a whole like with walkways that are all separated by tiles. And then A and C are the platforms. So there's those big, wide, rectangular platforms on the east and the west. Okay? I'm going to put a link into the chat. If you didn't already get that before, here it is again. This is where the fuck do I go? That's what WTFDIG stands for.
Where the fuck do I go doesn't work for me.
It's a very handy site.
I think like for some reason my
neat
internet provider
for this fight.
like doesn't
so
like
once
it.
you open this up in your
I
browser,
can't use it on my
put
phone
it on your
or on my
second
PC.
monitor. If you are on
It
your
used to
console or
work, and
whatever,
now it doesn't
open
work.
up on your phone. Also
it's
a great
kinda
way to do it. Punch in at the top CoDcAR.
Are you over there?
Because we are using the CoDcAR strat.
Oh, you are.
You punch in your
because
alliance, your role,
you're a healer,
and then your light party. And this will tell you,
aren't you supposed to
at
be
the bottom of it, everything you need to
we're
know
not,
about
really.
your
It's all
important
CoDcAR.
places to stand for various mechanics in phase 2.
So you're B2. You're in bottom left. Yeah.
Were there questions? I wasn't
you're
sure
right
someone was
there.
asking a question right there. Okay. Like I said, put in all your information. So right now, what I want everyone to do is 1, to open up the where the fuck do I go. 2, based on the description of where it's telling you to stand for phase 2, go ahead and get to your spot for phase 2. So for like the platform gang, it should say like right, east platform, or left, west platform. For the tiles, it should say something like, you know, southwest tiles or northeast tiles and stuff like that, okay? So let's go ahead and split up and get into our respective spots for phase 2.
I'm in range. I am like party 1.
Is everyone seeing it?
CoDcAR.
For the people who are on tiles, I want you to treat the waymarks as if that is the middle tile. And so what I'm meaning is that when you are looking at the cheat sheet, what I want you to do is to pretend like the waymark is your middle tile, and you're going to emulate the idle position. Okay? So where I'm standing right now is true north. And you want to simulate around your waymark where you're standing for your idle position on tiles, please. Okay? For our platform gamers, around the waymark, you're going to need to figure out where wall relative is. So for the west platform where I'm standing now is wall relative north. This is your new north. And then for the east platform, where I'm standing right now, is going to be your new north. Please, if you could, look at your spread position on the little cheat sheet and stand where you're supposed to be around the waymark for your spread position. Okay?
Generally caster. Yeah, it's the thing. I should be. Okay, it's fine. No, it's fine. Nah, it's okay. It's not like again. What you have to do really doesn't change too much.
Here? One of you should not be here. Who should not be here? Who is this? This is C. ESO or SO. You're supposed to be on tiles, yeah. And then, right, so then the rest of this east platform, can we go ahead and stand in our spots for spreads? So we have our tank here.
Person's
we
name
have
is
our
ESO
melee
refugee.
over here. Yep, we have
Poor guy.
ranged, other ranged. Who is supposed to be my ranged over here? We have caster.
We're B. We go here.
Caster. So Mango, you're going to be in the northwest position, so you can slide up here. I guess then Barry, you're going to be over here on the cardinal west position. I'm assuming that's why we have a missing spot, because the other two are in east and south. Okay, this looks good. No. No? Barry and Xena. Switch. I don't know who went to which one for, Okay. That does look better, right? Because Xena is in Alliance A. Yes, okay, there we go. That looks better. Okay. Lovely. Thank you. So these are our spread positions for platforms. Platform gang, I now want us to go into pairs. So find the pair box and stand with your partner in the appropriate spot. Either you're the inner or the outer partner, but you need to be either in the north, the southeast, or the southwest. So let's have this partner stack. Let's slide down here to the southeast, or southwest rather. Xena, you'd be sliding down over here. Yep. So that looks good. And then over here, oh, perfect. Y'all knew what to do. Okay, so for the inner partner, these waymarks, the A and C, these are representing the Stygian Shadow. It's the ad that's going to be summoned onto the platform. The inner partner for these pair stacks, they need to be standing on the boss's hitbox, so on the ring of the waymark. Not inside the hitbox, but on the ring. The outer partner, you need to be standing away a little bit of a distance away from them. You do not want to be right on top of them. If you are right on top of your partner for pairs, you're going to kill each other because you're going to be baiting multiple pair stacks and you guys will blow up. You need to leave about the size of like a healthy Rogadin, a plump Hrothgar, or a dead Lala in between you and your partner. If you're too far, the baits also will not be baited properly and someone will die. So please make sure you're leaving a nice distance. Not too close, but not too far.
Okay? So what, like I take the first one and then like how does it affect the person behind me? Is someone, I mean, I know it'll work. I'm just curious how.
Let's see. Okay, so I think that looks okay. You need a dead Lala scale. Oh goodness. So
okay.
What's gonna happen?
No, I see what you mean. Yeah,
right? We had the transition. We had a big old raid wide. What else happens after that? A bleed wide. So after the first raid wide goes out, we're still close to the boss. Everyone needs to get healed up, topped off, get more mitigations, more regens, because there's a bleed wide following the raid wide. After the bleed wide, we also need to be getting out to our positions for phase 2. Okay, so once you're topped off, get to your phase 2 spot. After another few seconds, the screen's going to turn or fade to white, and you're going to be locked into either tiles or platforms. So if you are not in your spot by the right time, oops, that's going to be a whole slew of issues. So please make sure you get there nice and early. When we are talking about the next mechanic, though, the first mechanic that we're going to see for phase 2 is towers. And how we are going to resolve this. Let's go ahead and talk about tiles first, because it's a little more straightforward. So, for my tiles gang, can I have some volunteers? Let's have a tank over here, a tiles tank here, a tiles DPS here, and a tiles healer here. Okay, lovely. So, let me take this sign off myself. Beautiful. So, Platform gang, you'll still want to pay attention to this because everyone is going to need to learn the entirety of the fight, especially with swaps later. But you know, pay attention. So how do we resolve tiles, right? So when we have towers, there will be one tower that is a solo tower and one tower that's a shared tower. The solo tower will be on a tile all by itself. The shared tile will overlap two tiles. On the tiles, we're going to follow the mantra of THD. Tank, healer, DPS. This will be the order of, you know, resolving mechanics as well as refreshing your tiles. So let's say that we have a solo tower here on D, and then there's a shared tower on this middle tile as well as on to the DPS tile here on A. So what are we going to do? The first things first, everyone on tiles, you just look under your feet. Do you have a tower under your feet? Whether it's a shared tower or a solo tower, is there a tower under your feet? If there is one, great, you did it. You solved the mechanic. Perfect. Bingo, you just get to stay there. If there is not a tower under your feet, you need to figure out how you're going to resolve it and who else needs to move, and if that person needs to move first. So, like I said, there's a solo tower over here. If there's a tower in the walkway, the tank is always going to be the first one to resolve that and take that tower. So if there's a solo tower here, like I said, on D, we're going to have our lovely tank walk into the middle tile, and then they're going to walk onto D and pop a squat there. The shared tower I said was on this middle tile and also overlapping onto A. So Risa sees that there's a tower under feet. Great, Risa gets to stay there. What's going to happen next is that the healer, they're going to step out into the middle, right? Because the tank moved first, the healer moves second. So the healer moves out to take the other half of the shared tower, and now this cubby is good with their towers. Okay? Let's go ahead and reset. Let's say that there is a shared tower, right? A shared tower on D and on the middle, and the solo tower is underneath our healer. So we're going to look under our feet. The healer says, oh, I have a tower, I don't have to move. Tank and the DPS see that they don't have a tower under their feet, so they need to move. Who's going to move first? The tank, right? So the tank goes out onto the walkway, and then our DPS will move onto the middle tile, and now those towers are resolved. Okay? Easy peasy. Great. Something important to note, though, for tiles. If you start walking onto a tile that someone else is currently on, you will PvP them, as in, that tile will disappear, and anyone who's on top of that tile will fall to the floor and die.
The drop?
So, that's why we always want to respect the THD order.
Yeah, just
and
like
make
E9.
sure we're not walking onto a tile if it's still, orange
That's
around the perimeter of it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and reset again for these towers. We're going to discuss one last thing for tiles, gang, is refreshing. So refreshing your tile. You can stand on your tile for tiles, gang, for about 45-ish seconds straight before you need to refresh. When your tile is about to expire, it'll start flashing purple and orange and look very scary. That means it's going to disappear. You have 6 seconds, about 6 seconds, which is a long time. So don't panic, but you need to refresh your tile. Tanks, you have the walkway to refresh. So you can go ahead and bounce between these tiles as much as you want. You don't have to think about refreshing. Healer and DPS, you guys are locked into your cubbies, right? So you need to share this middle tile to refresh. Who's going to refresh first? Like we said, THD, healer. The healer will refresh first. The DPS will refresh second. How often do you need to refresh? If you just refresh after every major mechanic, so let's say the towers resolves, healer refresh first, DPS refresh second. There we go. After, Brambles, you refresh after Mario Kart. You refresh after every mechanic you do. Great. There'll be no issues. Just make sure you're watching the order so you're not clipping people and not PvPing them, okay? Cool beans. Any questions from anyone on tiles? Any tiles gang questions for this towers mechanic?
Just like that.
No? Okay. So then we're going to discuss platforms, okay? So platforms, gang, let's go ahead, return to our platforms, our respective platforms. Tile gang, you can just watch, but please pay attention because you'll have to learn this eventually. So our platform gang, our towers are going to resolve a bit differently. When we're on our platforms, we're going to have an ad, okay? The ad is going to cast the Third Art of Darkness, and there's going to be a few mechanics in a row. So she's going to do 2 cleaves for half platform cleaves, followed, or then as well as a pair or a spread mechanic. It could be either or. I can call out if it's going to be pairs or spreads, but the order is going to change, or it's not going to be the same between the platforms. So every single platform player, you need to be looking at the ad herself to see where the safe spots are. If the ad's left hand is glowing, that means she's going to cleave that side. So it's going to be a left-hand cleave. So you need to dodge on the right side of the platform. If she's, if her right hand is glowing, it's a right side cleave. So dodge on the left. An easy way to dodge these is to make sure you're standing closer to the center of the ad so that you don't have to dodge that far to actually be safe. The first mechanic of the 3 that she's going to do is always going to be a cleave, so you can pre-position after you see the first cleave onto the safe side. From there, it could be either another cleave or the pair spread mechanic, so then you'll need to pay attention for that. Let's see. Yes, so after she does the cleaves and the pair or spread, what's going to happen is that we're going to get 2 sets of towers. It's either going to be north-south, relative, or east-west, relative. So if you look at your cheat sheet again, you're going to see that your group is either standing on the northeast or the southwest, and that's supposed to indicate which of the 2 sets you're going to be taking. So either you'll be taking either the northeast sets or the southwest sets. So platform gang, let's go ahead and quickly just stand. Let's simulate north-south towers. So over here, I'm wall relative north. Let's pretend that there's a tower here on the north and a tower south. Let's stand in the safes, or let's stand in our towers that we're soaking, please. So up here should be the tank healer and the melee DPS. Over here should be the range DPS. So Mango, you'd be sliding up over here to take the tower with us over here. Yep, perfect. So that's north-south towers. Over here, yep, we have our north over here. South, Myzora, you'd be just sliding over here to south, but I guess you're close enough, that's fine. Let's go ahead and slide on over and simulate east-west towers. So east and west towers. Let's go ahead and rotate clockwise and simulate that. Just so everyone understands. Yep, Mango, you would slide over here. This would be relative east, looking at the wall. Perfect. Great, okay. So after these cleaves and the pairs and spreads resolves, you'll need to get into your tower and soak that with your pals, okay? And that's the towers mechanic. That's the first major checkpoint or the major prog point for phase 2. Other things to note as we're getting into phase 2. I know there's a lot. Bear with me, this is the last thing I'm going to mention. When we're getting to phase 2, after the raid wide, after the bleed wide, after we're all in our spots, the screen fades to white. What needs to happen? Tanks. Every single tank needs to provoke a specific target. So if you are a tiles tank, on tiles, you need to provoke the main boss, the Cloud of Darkness, the one in front of us. If you are a platform tank, you need to target the Stygian Shadow. Like I said, that's the ad that will spawn on your platform. You need to target and provoke that specific ad. And that's the tank job. Range DPS, around the arena, you're going to see these red guys with big mouths called Atomoses. You need to kill those. Those Atomoses need to go down as soon as possible, because if they're left alive, they'll form a tether, a red tether to the closest player. It'll apply a very, very powerful dot to them and sap their life with every tick. So please make sure you kill those as soon as possible. Healers. You're gonna kind of have a double job, right? So first and foremost, you need to heal and mid up so that everyone on your platform survives. the next raid wide. But also, if you have the chance and it's still not dying, throw a GCD or two at the Tomos. Platforms healers, probably less so concerned with that. But for the tiles healers specifically, there is going to be a Tomos right behind you. If you have the opportunity, throw a GCD or two. Hit it a few times. If everyone hits the Atomoses who is ranged, they will die very quickly. Okay? Let's see. And then as far as healing goes, platform gang, you're going to have mixed parties, right? So you have some folks who are in your alliance and then 2 folks who are not. So if you are a platform healer, you are responsible for healing your alliance party members. And then the 2 people on your platform who are not of your alliance, those are mainly the responsibility of the tiles healers. So any tiles healers, you're going to be needing to also spot heal the ranged folks on the platforms that are of your party. Your
like
single
me,
target heals
me
and
and
AoE
the
heals
summoner,
should
you
reach
have to
them,
look
as well
out
as
for
any
us.
mitigations you have. But just make sure you're paying
feel like
attention to their health
that's not that
bars,
far away,
because
though,
the
right?
platform people are not the first
Smile.
people to heal them. You are. Okay? That being said, I know that was a lot of mechanics explanations. Thank you for bearing with me. Let's go ahead and get another poll in. We'll leave up the phase 1 markers for now. Any questions before we do this poll? We're probably getting a poll or 2 before our time is up, but I'll check with how long we have left in the instance.
There's no PF.
Finish the instance.
It takes way too long. Yeah. I guess it's a toss-up. It's like you can have a scheduled,
check?
like, everyone shows up ASAP versus longer explanations that take up a lot more of the...
Okay, pop your food if you
Yeah,
expire.
pull timer.
Let's go ahead and get ready. 16
instance.
seconds on the clock, counting down now. Don't forget your phase 1 mechanics,
Versus,
though.
like, waiting-
We're doing pretty good there.
upwards of an hour or two
Let's try to keep it clean so
with
we can
people
get
at
into phase
different
2
prog
and actually
points,
see some
or
towers.
like praying that other people are at any prog. Or, sorry, fresh prog. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. What are we doing today? Ooh, we're going out. Everyone slide on out close to B. Tanks and melees, feel free to greet this. Thank you, healers, later. We're going to slide underneath that right side, right hand, right. Beautiful. And what we're going to do now is get ready with our mitigations, our regens, because we got to bleed wide. Lovely. Let's go ahead and shimmy on out so we can see our tethers. If you're tethered now, you're going to be doing some forward somersaults to dodge your hand forward. And if you're tethered now, you're going to be doing some backhand springs backwards to dodge your hand. Look behind you, we got the fans. We're going to dodge those lasers, and we're going to provoke off of our CoDcAR. Okay, this is going to be a death. Get out to the corners. ABC. What? Don't dodge in yet. Now dodge in. Get rid of any dooms. Take the hands out to the edges, please. Oh, we got some hand PvP. Okay. Look alive. Alliance stacks. Get with your alliance stacks. Tanks in the front. Heal him with this. This will hurt a lot.
So air restored.
That shit hurts. Oh my god.
Okay, let's try to res our pals and see. Let's give them a hand. If you got res, go ahead and help res them. We got some more fans. We're going to dodge those lasers. We're going to provoke off of our CoDcAR. Okay, when it's saved, get underneath that left side, left hand. Left side, left hand. Use your knockback prevention here. Knockback. Don't be in the middle. Okay. Take those hands out to the edges, please.
Yeah.
Okay. We have flares. Take the flare markers out to the corners. Out to the corners. Everyone else under the boss's chin. Okay, hands out to the edges, edges, edges.
Oh, that one doesn't require a party tag.
Okay, we have a big old raid wide here. So let's go ahead and make sure everyone's bitted up, topped off. Let's try to res the dead if we can. Okay, big bleed wide. So make sure we're topped off. Let's go ahead and make our way over to our spots for phase 2. Tanks, provoke your targets. Range, go ahead, kill those Atomoses. Healers, let's make sure everyone's topped off for this next raid wide. Okay.
Damn, she is.
We're going to see our
Gonzo.
towers. Platform gang, let's see what we're doing today.
Oh. Yeah.
It's going to be pairs for platforms.
The towers or?
Lovely.
Oh, it's
Okay,
paired
how many
into
stacks
towers
again, y'all?
first.
Ooh.
I went to my tower
I didn't get to
first.
see how many that was, but that was a lot. But that's okay. That's okay. That was towers, everyone. Let's see. So we are at time, and I don't want to keep anyone here who cannot be here. We do have some extra time in the instance just because we started late. But like I said, I'm not going to keep anyone here. If you have to go, there is no reason to stay on my behalf. This is a ready check to see if we want to go ahead and just go the duration of the instance. We do? Okay, great. So let's go ahead and get some more pulls in. Did we have any questions about what we saw there for the little bit of phase 2? I know
Where
a
do they
lot
see
of
the
people were
partner
dead
passed from?
and trying to res up and everything, but do we have any questions? Went to the wrong side? That's okay.
Oh, from the main boss?
It's hard to reorient yourself sometimes, so
My
just
ad?
make sure
I just
you
saw
check
the
in where
left-
boss is
left
and
hand,
making sure
right
you
hand,
understand where
both
north is so you
hands
can get to the right
thing.
side. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and
That's fine.
pull
I'll
that.
just look again.
Yes, you do have time to adjust.
Oh, okay. I think I see it because I think I know. Okay. She had two, like, her hands out with an orb in each hand, which was partner, I assume. But she called the lead called tower so early.
Okay,
So
we're
that's why I got
dodging underneath that
confused.
right side.
So I don't know where the
right
tower
hand, right,
cast
right.
is from also. Oh, okay.
Okay, left side,
Gotcha,
full
understood.
uptime. Wow, she likes us today. Okay, slide on out. We're gonna go ahead, get our mitigations down, regens revving, prepare for the bleed line. Lovely. Let's go ahead and split up so we can see our tethers. If you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging backwards to dodge your hand, backwards. And if you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging forwards to dodge your hand, forwards. Look up behind you, we got those fans. We're going to dodge the lasers, and we're going to provoke off of our CoDcAR. Okay, flares, when it's safe, take those out to the corners, everyone else under the boss's chin. We're gonna prepare for some light party stack, so slide on over to your light parties.
Yowie. Goodness.
Okay, this is a point blank AoE out. Get out to the corners, all the way out. This is a huge AoE.
Huge, right?
Ooh, we had some jumpers. That's okay. Hands to
And
the
death.
edges, please. Next round of hands, round of hands to the edges. More hands to the edges, please and thank you. Brink, look
okay,
towards
that'd be
the
worth it.
A, western sky. Okay, we're gonna get underneath that left side, left hand, left. use your knockback prevention here. Knockback. Don't be in the middle. Okay, get ready for the suck. Walk in, walk in.
Oh, I got sucked.
Okay,
I got
cleanse any
debuff on me.
dooms.
Thank
We
you.
got more fans, more lasers, more provoking off of our co-tank.
Oh lord. What's wrong with it? That one.
More hands out to the edges, please. Okay, knockback. Arrow knockback. 1, 2s, and 3s. Tippy tips of the diamonds. Don't be in the middle. Don't do it. Okay, nice hustle. Nice hustle. Okay, beautiful. Everyone's alive. Oh, so proud. Flood of Darkness. So we're going to have our big old raid wide. Make sure everyone is mitigated for this. Okay, lead wide coming next. Top everyone off, and then let's get to our spots.
Oh, actually, no, I might catch
Places,
this.
everyone.
Oh, it catches this. It catches this. Oh, maybe not. Actually, that's pretty long of a cast bar. I should be saving it for that.
Lovely. Tanks, provoke your targets. Provoke your targets. Ranged folks, get rid of those Atomoses for us. Healers, let's make sure everyone's topped off for this next raid wide.
This if you can.
Okay. Platform gang, what are we doing today? It's going to be spreads. Spreads on platforms. Spreads on platforms. Get to your towers. Get to your towers.
Oh,
Woo!
my boy.
Okay, 4 stacks. Actually, that's not that bad. Not that bad.
Scared.
We'll see if we can try to keep this going. Ouchies. Oh, ouchie, ow. Ooh, we got 2. Oh,
Someone else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone else to stay
How
with
did we
me.
get 2 over here? Red Rover, Stygian Shadow. Get out of here. Get out of here. What you doing over here?
That hurt.
Yes, Tiny Tree. Oh, no, so my call is the same for both. So if I say that it's spreads, both platforms will have spreads. If I say pairs, both platforms will have pairs. The order is not going to be the same, right? So the first cleave will always happen. There's always going to be a cleave. It could be left side or right side, but and then it could be another cleave, and then spread or pairs, or it could be pairs or spread, and then another cleave. Yes. Nice job, everyone. Nice job. That was a really good phase 1. I'm glad everyone was alive for phase 2. So really great job recovering through that and grin and bearing it. Okay. Did we have questions for the towers that we were seeing? I know that we had some dead bodies, we had some confusions, but do we just want to practice more, or were there actual specific questions?
7 minutes, by the way.
Okay. We can certainly see towers again, at least, if we get there. How do you res as a tile healer? That is a great question.
You don't.
For the sake of the poll, I'm going to get us going, but I'll answer the question while we're moving, okay?
Atmos?
Okay, so let's go ahead and
Whoa.
poll, just so we can see another chance at that. Countdown, 16 seconds. Okay, and now I'll yap. So for resing on tiles, if you die and you're a tiles player, what's going to happen is that your body is going to be magically... Ooh. Okay, sorry. If you fall through the floor, let's say you fall through the floor on tiles, your body is going to go to the left side dodge. Your body is going to be teleported to one of the outside platforms, and one of the platform healers or someone with the res capability will have to get you out. Everyone out towards B. Tanks and melees, feel free to greet it. If you are on tiles and you die to like other mechanics, let's say, and you don't fall to the floor, your body will just stay there technically until someone walks on top of it and then drops you down. In that case, ideally, someone on tiles would res you. Other than that, a platform person can technically res you. If you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging backwards to dodge your hand backwards. And if you're tethered now, you're going to be dodging forwards. Look behind you. We got fans. We're going to dodge those lasers. We're going to provoke off of our Co-Tank. It's going to be arrow knockback. It's the 1, 2s, and 3 tippy tips of the diamonds, please. Don't be in the middle. Okay. We got our first round of hands. Go ahead, take those all the way out to the edges.
Oh, that's not okay. Yeah, it's right at the end of the.
Cleanse any dooms we
debuff.
got.
Cool.
Ooh, wild charges. Get with your alliance stacks. Get with your pals. Conga line this behind the tanks.
Dude.
Beautiful. We got more fans, more lasers to dodge, more provoking off of our Co-Tanks. Let's go ahead and try to lend a hand to anyone who needs a res. We're going to dodge underneath that right side, right hand, right side. Use your knockback prevention here. Knockback. Don't be in the middle. It's a death. Wait for the suck. Now dodge in. Cleanse any more dooms we have. Hands to the edges. Hands to the edge. Okay, we're going to have our flare markers out to the corners. Everyone else under the boss's chin. Once again, let's try to lend a hand with some reses if we can afford it. Hands to the edges.
That tank
hands
has
on at the
10
edge.
stacks.
Ooh, we gotta watch out for the hands, y'all. Hands on the edges, please. Okay,
God
raid by
damn.
leading into phase 2. Healing it up.
I'm not gonna
Once
meter
again,
this, I'm
let's
just
try to
saving
get
for the
everyone
bleed.
back up
I don't
and
think I can catch
alive.
both. Oh, maybe
12
I should.
stacks.
Top everyone off, and then make your way over to your phase 2
Okay,
spot.
okay.
Why is it like
Let's try to get the summoner up if we can.
the paladin's taking like no damage?
know whose platform they're for, though.
No.
having that many stacks.
Okay, tanks provoke your targets. Ranged folks, get rid of those Atomoses. Healers, top everyone off.
Poor boy. He's up.
Okay. Platform gang, what are we doing today? It's going to be
Partners.
pairs. Pairs for platforms.
Right.
Get
Oh,
into your towers. Get into your towers.
he would be there.
Okay.
How?
Ouchies. Let's go ahead and wipe it.
Well,
But yes,
That's the fight.
lovely job, everyone. Let's see. So, just some housekeeping. We're gonna say that was our last pull. This will be the end of our time today. Thank you for attending. As far as prog points go, this is important. Generally, we did see towers, right? Where those last few pulls. So we could say that you're at towers prog. That means when you're looking at the calendars or the schedules and you're seeing the names, you're looking, if you want to join one, you can see one that says part two prog, you know, the very beginning part 2, or towers prog specifically. If you are still not comfortable with these phase 1 mechanics, because while we did make it to phase 2, I did see that there were quite a few deaths, and we had to, you know, use a lot of reses to get people through phase 1. If you are not solid on your mechanics and how the mechanics are operating for phase 1, join another any prog. Join another fresh prog, okay? Keep practicing, because the expectation when you join another party at a certain prog point is that you are comfortable with all the mechanics through up until that prog point. So if we're joining a towers prog point or a phase 2 prog point, that means that your phase 1 needs to be solid, okay? There is no shame in joining another any prog or phase 1 just to make sure you're good with it. But yes, thanks again everyone for attending. I hope you had fun. Hope you learned